Hi guys, welcome to Echo English Learning. Wanna speak good English? Then spend a few minutes with us and I promise we will make English your cup of tea. So enjoy every sip and help yourselves develop better communication skills. We are talking about English, the most widely spoken language around the globe. Whether it is an English speaking country or non-English speaking country, but English is there as their first language or their second language. English is accepted in different forms, or I may say English is multifaceted language. Every language has its different forms. Some have formal, some have informal, but English is a magical language. It has different forms. Today, we are exploring two of them. One is written English and second is spoken English. You must have heard written English, spoken English. We are after spoken English more. Why? Because there is difference. Let's see what is the difference. In written English, you are supposed to write complete sentences in the way that you must have each and everything explanatory. You have to let other understand what you are supposed to communicate. But when we talk about spoken English, no need to write complete sentences. Only small phrases, short phrases, contracted phrases are enough. You need not speak at length. You should be very understandable in small phrases, short responses. When written English is concerned, response is expected because when you write your answer or write your answer script, that is passed to the examiner or the teacher or whosoever is going to scrutinize that, he will or she will respond it according to the text you have written. But in spoken English, the response is quite immediate because spoken English we use while conversing, while making dialogues, while having some interviews. So response is quite immediate. One may respond using few words and more of the body gestures. Body speaks while we speak English. This is the beauty of spoken English. When we write English, we use full forms because we have to make it understandable. We have to communicate the exact thing that we want to say. So in written English, we have to use full forms exactly with the right spellings and right thoughts. While speaking English, contracted forms are enough. What is that contracted forms? Contracted form may be abbreviation, it may be acronym, it may be initialism, or we may contract long words by omitting some of the letters using apostrophe. Contracted form. I will give you example. Like if I write I will in written English, it may be contracted to I'll. And the pronunciation also varies. It is I will, it's I. We have skipped two of the letters from there. We have omitted two of the letters and it becomes the contracted forms. It is quite enough while giving response while speaking. So, spoken English is complete with contracted forms. No need to give full forms. Next we come to written English with formal expression. While writing English, you have to be very formal, very particular, very specific because you have to communicate your ideas well through words connected to each other and making sentences. But while speaking, colloquial expressions are enough. What are those colloquial expressions? It means very ordinary, nothing special, simple expressions. Like if you want to have some tea, you will say, make tea for me. That is collocation. Collocation make the colloquial expression. You may say make coffee, make decision. These are simple words with required verbs or adjectives or nouns, because colloquial expression may be verb-based, adjective-based or noun-based. So we use colloquial expression, very informal expression, very simple expression of daily use that is quite understandable by everyone. That is spoken English. When we talk about written English, we require many words. As we have seen from this list, you are writing full forms, you are writing complete sentences. Obviously, you require many words to complete your thought while writing. But while speaking, if we are using colloquial expression, we are using contracted forms, we are expecting or giving immediate responses, we use very few words. Less words are enough to make yourself understandable and communicable. Last but not least, repetition is required in written form of English. For example, if you are given a question, if a question is given to you, why do stars twinkle? You will write answer, stars twinkle because, and then so and so on. But while giving your response in spoken English, you need not say that stars twinkle because. These words are not required here. You may give your answer instantly in few words, in less words. This is the beauty of spoken English. So, spoken English is preferred over written English. But where written English is required, we have to write that. Now, we come to another aspect of English. If I personify English. If I personify English means, if I say English is a person, then how will explore that English? A person has a body, his organs, blood, and they function in communication with each other. They make a perfect body of a person. Similarly, some things or some tips are here that make English, that's a spoken English especially, a perfect spoken English. How? We should have proper structure. Like a person has a structure, that is, it has skeleton, it has bones to make him erect, to make him standing. So our English, our spoken English is based on a structure. Structure means you are supposed to use subject at its place, then verb at its place and object at its place. Means the verb shows the tense form. Whatever the tense we are using, they are reflected through the verbs used. So usage of verb should be accurate one. If you want to talk something about present situation, you're gonna use present tense. If something of the past time, past tense, and then future. So tense reflecting through verb make the structure of spoken or written English also. Then we talk of clarity. Clarity means whatever you speak, that should be clear enough to be understood by another person who is listening to it. Clarity may include pronunciation, how you pronounce word, and also accent, that is where the stress is required and where it is not required. So pronunciation and accent, both these aspects of spoken English are related with vocab. Vocab means vocabulary, and vocabulary includes billions, millions, innumerable words. So how these words are spoken, clearly spoken, give you right pronunciation, right accent, and they make clarity. And I must say, if I think English as a person, the vocab or the words are its organs, which are working properly and giving the required outcome of spoken English. Thirdly, I talk about fluency. Fluency means what is the flow of your thoughts. Thoughts, whenever we speak on any topic or speak about anything, thought process goes on. We have a chain of thoughts in our mind, and that gets transformed into words. It doesn't matter how slowly or speedily you speak. Fluency means thought process. That chain should not be broken. Your process should be quite harmonious. Many a person mistake fluency as speed. Speed is not fluency, friends. Fluency means the thought, the chain, the process is going smooth. That means what you want to communicate is being communicated well. It is understandable. It is understood by the person who is listening to you, who is responding to you, who is supposed to respond to you. Firstly, he should catch those words rightly. So all the three things, structure, clarity and fluency, these three things make English perfect. That if a person has proper structure, proper organs working in his body and fluency, I must say it is the blood of that person. So blood is flowing properly in the right way. These all things make spoken English well spoken English. So speak well. Please keep in mind all these points. These are just tips, but they are very helpful. At last, I would say that if you wanna learn spoken English is learned only by speaking, and that too well. Speak well, grow well. So this was all about this session. We'll discuss many new things in the next session. So friends, if you like this content, please give us like, share or subscribe. Thanks. Have a nice day.